All right, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody had a good day. let's go through these team by team real quick, and then we'll answer some questions and try to win some money. Spark side, obviously the news just dropped. Aaron McDonald is starting. Obviously, really brutal matchup. Best defense in the league, but I kind of figured it was coming. I mean, she's been playing big minutes. I don't expect her to really see any extended run. I mean, 31 minutes is probably her ceiling. So, really just depends if you think she's going to hit her shots or maybe facilitate a little bit more today. She's fine at her price. I have no issues with her. Wnba, really tough to get to at 11.7, highest price play on the slate. I mean, low-owned Wnba isn't bad, but the matchup isn't the best. There's just so many good plays below her. Really hard to get up to her unless you're playing a whole bunch of lines. Brink, great tournament play, 7,900. Can she stay out of foul trouble? Who knows? Maybe we'll find out one game when she doesn't get in foul trouble and they extend her. Played 24 minutes last time out, 6 of 13. She needs to be more aggressive on the offensive end, looking for a shot. She has big upside if she's actually scoring. So there is upside in playing her in tournaments. I mentioned Ari already. Rakia Jackson's fine. I mean, 7,100 is a lot. The usage has been good the past two games. Minutes have been great. They don't really have anyone that can play behind her, so she stays out there quite a bit if she's playing well. Just worried about like a 20-minute game and maybe her not shooting the ball well because the peripherals are just really up and down with her. She has a really low floor, so just be aware of that. Lexi Brown's fine coming off the bench. No real issues. Not someone I'd ever prioritize coming off the bench, but she has decent upside if the shot's falling. Uru, one of the better value plays, should play mid-teens minutes with the potential to play more if she's playing well. Big upside. Obviously, if Brent gets in foul trouble, she may get extended a little bit as well. Then everyone else down here, best of luck. Clarendon not starting, I wouldn't play her at all. Nurse, you can take shots on her. I'm personally not. I'm not taking any shots on Burrell. Her minutes are not secure. Talbot's going to play at least one rotation, may get a second one, so you can go there if you want. On the Connecticut side, a lot to like here. The Sparks can't stop anyone. AT at the top looks great. Going overlooked with Stewie and JJ below her. I mean, AT is probably going to come in lower owned. I mean, the late game, the pricing is not ideal, and the spread, and the total is just crazy. Bonner, 9,100, great tournament play, fantastic matchup. Have no issues with her. I love Bree Jones, my favorite play on the slate. 8K is just too cheap for her. She should dominate. Harris and Carrington, like both of them, matchup is as good as it can get. If Harris hits her threes, she's gonna put a big game up. Carrington, she's gonna pitch in a little bit of everything. Olivia Nelson-Adota is fine coming off the bench. She should play around 10 to 12 minutes. Would see a little bit more run if the game does blow out. Mitchell, fine for value. I do worry about her a little bit with the last game that they played. She played 20 minutes, but she was only on pace to play like 12 or 13, and then she played the entire fourth quarter because the game blew out. So with Bannum playing well last game, I do worry that they may give some of Tiffany Mitchell's minutes to her. It might kill both of them if the game stays competitive. But if it blows out, I mean, they'll both get run and both should get there easily to pay off those price tags. No interest in Nadorfall or Burton. Late game, this game could be crazy. Over 170 total. It's like 16-point difference from the first game to the second game. Stewie, 11-1. Been up and down. She was not great against Phoenix earlier this year, 4 of 10. 29 fantasy points. She's just not been her normal, just dominant self. She shows flashes of it. I mean, 60. She's had 2 60 bombs. So, I mean, it's still in there. She just has to really want it. And this year she's putting an emphasis on putting the team first. So great, great tournament play. I can't stress this enough. Brianna Stewart will nuke any slate that she's on, and or has the ability to nuke any slate that she's on. And for her to not be like the forefront, like with how well Jonquel Jones is playing, there's real tournament winning upside with Brianna Stewart. Jonquel Jones, just mentioned her. She's been nuking of late. I always say if she takes over 10 field goals, she's going to put up a big score. She just typically doesn't shoot the ball very much. She's kind of passive. She doesn't look for her shots. Here lately, she has been, and she has been making a large percentage of them. So absolutely love her. Love Sabrina. The matchup is great. No Sloot. I'm in. Benaj Delaney's played really well with Sloot out. She's been super consistent, putting up right around 30 fantasy points, maybe dipping over it a little bit as well. Thornton's minutes are going down. Really hard to trust. I like Phoebich. She's my other favorite value play next to Uru. Minutes are just really secure. I mean, 22, 17, 25, 23. I'm expecting low 20s minutes. She can stuff the stat sheet. Typically, not very much. I mean, here you got 14 peripheral stats, whereas the other games you got 3, 4, 3. So this is an outlier, but I could see her getting 4 to 6 peripheral stats and then pitching in a couple threes, playing some defense. So easily can pay off that price tag, no doubt. Burke, you can play her in large field tournaments. No interest really in Dochkich or Davis. They're just not getting enough run. On the Phoenix side, industry is kind of down on BG. The matchup isn't the best, but they have been running the offense through her. Every time they get the ball, she's getting a touch, whether it's a set of pick up top, whether it's down in the post. I love the minutes for her. She should play 31 to 32 minutes. I mean, taking 15 plus shot attempts a game. I do worry about the rebounds with her getting pulled away from the basket guarding Jonquel a little bit, but her scoring upside, her block upside, I'm still in on BG tonight for sure. Copper, fantastic tournament play. Usage is massive still, even with BG back. Natasha Cloud, a tournament play, but hard to trust because she's just not taking very many shots anymore with BG back, and there's just not enough shots to go around. DT is taking a lot of shots, is scoring dependent, but can still get there. Solid tournament play. Sophie is fine. Her price is still a little bit high. Minutes are there. She's just not been doing as much with them, but I mean, for her price, you can get shares of her in large field tournaments. Mac, no interest at 6K. Minutes are all the way down to like 8 or 9. Rebecca Allen is fine at 5,600. She's going to play mid-20s minutes. Not the best fantasy point per minute player, but a good 3-and-D. If she grabs a few boards and hits a few threes, she can pay that salary off. Sutton's going to play low teens minutes off the bench. Is fine. Not someone I'm prioritizing, but she's fine as a cheap option. Osborne, Dixon, and Harrigan probably won't play. If they do, it's going to be very minimal and not worth their time, but that's going to do it for that. Let's answer some questions here. Yeah, let's win some money. That is what we want to do tonight. Let's see here. Harris or Carrington, one line in the 15. I think it's like extremely close. I lean Harris, but Carrington has more ways to get there, in my opinion. Carrington, I mean, she can get you some steals. I think Harris, her usage has been better of late. Do you make GPP plays? I'll answer cash or GPP questions. Let's see here. McDonald, Giroux, or Copper, Talbot. I just don't know about Talbot. I just don't trust her. Like I don't trust her to do anything when she's out there. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough because it's probably still Copper, Talbot, but like if McDonald, like if Uru gets extended, like that's just not ideal. Like that, the McDonald side's going to hit. But I mean, I like Copper to get close to outscoring McDonald and Uru by herself. So whatever you get out of Talbot is a plus. Who are some players in the first game that would benefit in a blowout? It would be, let's see here, the Sparks. Who the hell knows what they'll do with Aries starting now? I don't think she would play in a blowout, but she might because they have a whole bunch of old players like Clarendon. I don't think she would play in a blowout. I don't think Nurse would play in a blowout. They would probably play Cook, Talbot, Burrell, Uru, and Jackson. That would probably be the 5 that I think they would go to. They won't play Cook until the game is legitimately cooked. She's just barely playing. I mean, there's games where she just gets DNPs. But yeah, it's tough on the Spark side. On the Connecticut side, it's a lot more straightforward. They're going to play like Libby Nelson-Adota, Mitchell, Banham, Burton. But we saw last game, they were winning by quite a bit against Dallas. Let's pull that up. They were up, almost 20 points, and they brought the starters back in. Like the starters that set at the start of the fourth quarter, they brought them back in with like 6 minutes left and played them for a few minutes. And Brianna Jones, she come back with like 5 or 6 minutes left and played till there was like 1 minute left. So unless it's just like an absolute dog walk, I think the starters are going to play a little bit in the fourth. Area over Harris and Carrington, I don't think so. I still like Harris and Carrington more, just matchup based. Like I think they're going to get a lot of open looks. But I do like Area going forward as a starter. Favorite prop? Let me see if I can pull it up here. I don't think the third taco's popped yet. Let's see if it's still up. Yeah, they bumped her. Damn. I really liked Benaj Laney at 24 fantasy points. I thought that was really low. They bumped it. They bumped everything. Like they're bumping stuff like crazy. I think I know they bumped that too. Wow. Yeah, oh my Lord, they bumped everything. Sabrina went from 5.5 assists to 6 to 6.5. Man, I'll post in the Discord. I'll have another pair for the third taco. But like everything that I've played so far that I posted in the Discord, like has all been bumped. It's ridiculous. I don't know. Who does AT guard tonight and who's going to guard Bree Jones? Hamby will guard AT and Brink will guard Bree Jones. So get ready for Brink foul trouble. Thoughts on second first game for GPP? Yes, players will definitely be lower owned in that game just because like I think the total is like 153.5. Let me look at my phone just to be sure. It's pretty low. Like that game will definitely be lower owned just off of the spread and the total. I have my phone will load. All right, let's see. Yeah, 153.5. Connecticut minus 13.5. So you got Connecticut minus 13.5, 153.5 total versus the Liberty and the Mercury. It's like 5-point spread, and the over-under is like 170.5. So yeah, the first game will definitely be lower owned. Uru Ono or Phoebus Talbot on FanDuel. Probably Uru Ono. I just don't have any faith in Talbot like doing anything. Like she's probably going to see like 2 rotations where she plays 10 to 12 minutes, but she may legitimately get you like 1 fantasy point. Whereas I know like Ono is going to come in and she's going to be productive when she's out there. She may only play 10 minutes, but she'll be productive. And Uru is very productive when she's on the floor, and she has potential to play more if Brink gets in foul trouble, like where she could. Favorite stud. I'm leaning Griner and Jonquil for the savings over. I love playing BG and Jonquil together. I tried in my main lineup. I maxed the mini max, so I got 150 in the 50 cent. But I in my main lineup, I wanted to play Stewie bad, and I didn't. I ended up going Griner and Jonquil. I think probably overall my favorite spend up is Stewie. I just think she's going overlooked, but it's hard to get a lineup that fits really well with what I was wanting to playing her. Tiffany Mitchell, salary saver, and stack Jonquil with Stewart. I have no problem with that. I think you could see Tiffany Mitchell play her normal 15 to 18 minutes and maybe get pushed a little more if the game does blow out. So I have no issues playing her and stacking up the bigs with New York. Carrington, Harris, Brink, or Mitchell, Stewie, and one of those Connecticut guards. Oh, man, let's see here. I worry about Brink. I'd probably try and get up to Stewie if you can. I just worry about Brink. Like if it's just one lineup, I probably wouldn't play Brink. I worry about her foul trouble. But if it's a bunch of lineups, I mean, you definitely can play the first one because I do really like both Connecticut guards for sure. Bonner or UNESCO GPP, Sabrina. I'm really high on Sabrina tonight. And, I mean, that's no slight to Bonner. I think she's in a great spot, but I love Sabrina tonight. 5,600 utility. I think you're in no man's land. Probably, yeah, it's just Uru. I don't mind Allen, but yeah, just Uru. Uru for me. Negative correlation. I don't think so. Like the game, if this game's close, I think Stewie's going to play like 37, 38 minutes. Jonquil's going to play 33 to 35. And against the Aces, it was literally Jonquil, Stewie, or Sabrina taking like 90% of the shots. So if this game's close, I think you can easily play both of them together. Let's see here. What's up? I appreciate everyone watching them. I ban them or pivot to Burton. I would not play Burton. If you're okay playing Bantam, I don't know how safe the minutes are, and I figure she'll be a little bit like steamed from the blow up game last game, but I have no issues playing Bantam. I would definitely play her over Burton for sure. Carrington or Phoebich? Carrington. If you have the salary for Carrington, definitely go there. Area starting. They announced that right before I went live. She is starting. I don't think her minutes are going to go up any. I think she's going to play right around like that 28 to 30 minutes. Usage, I mean, it all depends if her shot's falling. She may take some more shots, but she's going to be out there. She's been facilitating and running the offense pretty well. So I don't know what took them so long to just insert her in the starting lineup. Clarendon's been so bad. Let's see. I don't know what that. Let's see here. Fave. I have a balanced line. I am playing my main lineup. I think I have one value playing it. I like the stream. I appreciate that. Yeah, hit the like button. Love to see that. 5,300 and under utility most optimal. It's going to be Uru or Phoebich. Both of them. It's a tough choice. Like picking one or the other. I like Uru's upside if she's going to play more minutes. But Phoebich is super safe. Like you know what you're getting out of her. They're giving her more minutes because Thornton's just not playing very well in the starting role. 5,500 utility, probably just Uru or Phoebich, whichever one you end up with. I think it's really a coin flip between the two. Uru, obviously, more upside if she gets extended because of brink foul trouble or if she's playing well, and Phoebich is safer. Oh, God. Stars and scrubs, so Herbert, Harrigan, or Dixon. Well, let's look over here. Herbert, Harrigan. I just don't. She hasn't played in 2 weeks. Dixon, I don't think she's played. She's not played very much either. She's pretty much not played in 2 weeks. You're pretty much taking a 0. I would probably rebuild. I don't think this is a slate where I would just take a 0. I would try and get like that extra $400 or $500 and at least get up and play like Talbot or Burke, like someone that's going to touch the floor. Are you doing balance on your main lineup? I'm going balance. Yeah, my main lineup is a balanced build pretty much with one value. Harris or Carrington? I lean Harris just out of like the shooting upside, but Dejanay has more of like the peripheral upside where she can get like the stocks and stuff, and her ceiling's probably a bit higher. But I like Harris. She's just a little safer in my opinion. All right, let's see here. See what this is looking like. People. Check the Discord, make sure nobody's asking anything in here. I'll hang out here for a few more minutes, answer some questions. I hope you're doing well too. Like Jackson, I don't think Rakia is going to be overowned. I think she's a bit overpriced. But I mean, the usage is there, so I think she's a good tournament play. I just think she's a bit overpriced for what she offers, and it's a tough matchup. BG, Uru, or Phoebich, or Stewie and Mitchell. I probably lean the first. I like Uru and Phoebich over Mitchell by a pretty good margin. And I mean, BG's been a walking 40 bomb every game that she's played this year. So I lean the first. JJ or BG to pair with Stewie. That's super close. Probably JJ, just with how she's been playing. Like she's been on another planet. Favorite play from the Mercury? Probably BG. I think paying up to play BG is a way to get different. I know BG is going to be popular, but I expect Copper to get quite a bit of ownership on a 2-game slate. I actually don't mind DT tonight. I just feels like a game, like a DT game, like one of them games where she's going to hit like 6 or 7 threes. Rebecca Allen or Phoebich? I'm going to play Phoebich. I really like her game. I think she can play. Faden BG. The industry that I've seen, the people that I've talked to, a lot of people are not crazy high on BG. Maybe it'll pull her ownership down. I don't think she's going to be too high owned, but I'm higher on BG than the field for sure. JJ foul trouble game, Garden Grinder incoming. It very well could be. And that does scare me. If you're a JJ owner, and that's a little bit of the reason why I really like Stewie. But I think JJ can keep her hands to herself. At least I hope. But that's going to do it for me, guys. I'll have the YouTube video out for tomorrow's slate in between the games tonight. And then I'll be live before the 3-gamer tomorrow and see what all goodies we can get. Hopefully we get some takedowns here. Yeah, I mean, I have no issues playing BG for sure. Like, especially she wins USC, you got to play her. Yeah, I mean, if that's definitely something to think about. If you think Brink gets in foul trouble, you can absolutely play Uru over Fevich. Favorite Sparks if it stays competitive? Probably like Wnba. She's going to be like barely owned. Like she's going to be sub 20% in my opinion. I just don't think it stays competitive. I just don't think they can keep it close enough. But probably like Wnba, Airy, Uru. She's going to play. But it's really them. Maybe Brink. Maybe she can stay out of foul trouble, and that's what keeps it close. But I'm just not. I don't have much faith in the Sparks to keep this game close. Not with the Suns defense. But good luck, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.